Hey there guys, welcome back to Skirmish Miniature Gaming. It's Luke here, and we're back for the second mission of the course-based campaign. I hope you are all enjoying it. If you're new to the campaign, you can go back and watch the first mission, or you can just join us here. It's up to you guys. But do go and check that first video if you haven't already, and throw a like on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Or even if you're not new, please do. Because I know for a fact there are a lot of viewers we have who aren't subscribed, so please do join the crew. And let us know in the comments what you think of the campaign. Are you enjoying it? I hope it is helping some of you through lockdown. I'm also going to be getting you guys from this mission onwards more involved in the campaign, because up in the cards, up in the information, on the information icon on the top right hand corner of the screen, you can access a poll in which you can place your own vote each mission that will help guide the campaign and change the decision that I have to make. This game, I'll explain at the end more, and I'll show you the characters, but there are going to be two characters for this that are going to be joining the Cygnus crew in the future. One of which you can vote to come in next mission. So if we vote on this video, next mission I will choose that character that you guys vote for to be the one that is introduced in the third mission to possibly join the crew. But there are two characters to choose between that I'll show you at the end of the video, so stick with us until then. You can then vote when you get to that at the end of the video, and like I say, whichever gets the most votes. Let us know in the comments down below as well who you like the look of the most and why. I like both of them, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. But otherwise, enjoy this mission. It's going to be a good one, and I'll see you there. Okay then guys, here we go into the second mission of the campaign. Already starting to really enjoy this one, starting to get attached to our crew already. Captain Sondor just about survived the last mission. Hunter was the hero, so hopefully the captain can redeem himself. We've got to do the second mission, hacked off at Atom Valley. So we got the microchip back to the company that wanted it from us, Claw I think it is. But now somebody's trying to hack into their systems, etc. They've stolen some data, so it means that I think it's Haori, who is this little miniature in the middle. She has the information as to which computer it needs to be destroyed, because that has the information on it that we need to destroy. So one of these three computers here is the one containing the information that we need to destroy, but to get it we either need to persuade Haori in the middle to give us the information, or we can literally take her down and then take the information from her body and search her body for the info on it. So interesting stuff. I think I know which route I'm going to end up going down, but we'll have to wait and see, because my characters aren't that skillful yet, because they're a rookie crew. So killing slightly easier than trying to persuade people at the moment, unfortunately. I've also got I randomized two new, actually ended up being two new other civilians on the map. So we've got a couple sprinkled around here. We've got the human P on the top left here, or Pi, I can't remember which one they call him. And then bottom right here we've got Thoman there, another human from just another random civilian. Obviously can technically be persuaded into the crew and hired, but we'll have to wait and see. Haori, sorry, not Haori. Haori in the middle, like I say. Until you come within line of sight and short range with her, she acts as a normal NPC. But as soon as a character, one of my characters, comes within short range of her in line of sight, then she will flip and turn her into essentially very similar to the Purge. So she'll use the AI system rather than the random NPC dice. So she becomes a bit more lethal, can be a bit more lethal. But yeah, that's the primary objective, is to find the computers. Otherwise, it just says about obviously, as always, I've randomly allocated the boxes, the storage boxes, to be able to get some loot. There is one small rare item up for grabs this mission as well, somewhere randomly sprinkled around. But otherwise, in this specific mission, the secondary objective that can be done is that if you get any close assault weapons in any of the storage boxes, or just from searching in general, then you get the amount that you would buy an item for. You can sell it for that much rather than the normal second-hand sale price. So if I find any close combat weapons in this mission and sell them off straight afterwards, it's worth a lot more than it usually is, basically. So interesting, might be worth me keeping on some close combat weapons for some more cash after this. We'll have to wait and see. The Purge threat level starts a bit higher this mission. It starts at level 3. and it will go straight away up to level 4, which is why I've added a peg in there for the first round. Just a couple of things to note after the first mission. It seems like we're doing everything pretty well. The only thing I did forget to kind of make use of last mission was the fact that each barriered off room, you can do one search each mission, then you put an icon on it to say that you've searched it, and you can't search it again. You got a chance of getting any item from the item bag. So I definitely need to use an action now and again to search each room, because it's definitely an easier way to grab loot. But obviously I've got to be aware that the longer I leave it, get into Haori this mission, you've got the Purge coming on from here and here at the ends and on the flanks there. So it's pretty nasty. Our 2 deployment points, we've got a port at this end here, an airlock, and we've got an airlock over the same side, sort of halfway in on that side. And yeah, that's pretty much the choice for deployment. Obviously I've been randomly choosing where to go because I just think it's more fun doing it that way. Okay then, so what I'm going to do here is 1, 2, 3, it'll be the one on that side, and it'll be the airlock this side for 4, 5, 6. So let's have a look. It is number 4, which means that it will be this side. So this is the airlock we'll be deploying from. I'll set everything up ready, and we'll get into the first trader phase, or it'll be hostility phase first. Alright then, there we are, we're deployed, ready to come out of the ship. And of course, first thing we need to do is technically add the first peg into the hostility track. We're nearly already on guarded there. In fact, if we fired a shot this round, technically we would go up to guarded, but I can't see that happening first round. So we're going to flip the first event card here. Ooh, the Great Unwashed. Relax to guarded. The nearest civilian to an enemy immediately moves twice up to 8 inches directly away from it. Okay, the only thing I will say is I've just seen all of the civilians that are currently on the board have no enemies that they are closest to technically, because I'm not treated as an enemy to civilians anyway, and we have no purge on the table as of yet, so that will have no effect. The event card this round, I'm not going to complain about that, to be fair. Nice simpler start to the game compared to the first mission we had. The first peg has gone into the hostility tracker, and now we will go on to the first trader phase, which will be Sondar, Captain Sondar leaving the ship. Okay then, so Captain Sondar will move 4 up, I think. He'll get straight up there onto that first bit in the middle, and then he's going to do a random room search for this room here, and see what we get. Okay, so randomly searching the room then. I'm going to give the bag a shuffle, and here we go, let's see what we get. And it is, oh no, it's literally just an outland pistol enhanced, and to be honest, given what Sondar's already got, he's got a decent bit in there already. He's got his nice own pistol. It's not worth much, so I'm just going to pretty much drop that exactly where it is. It does say just to drop it on the floor in case anybody else wants it to pick it up. So that's going to be left there, and we've searched that room, so a bit of a waste in the end really, but oh well, I suppose it's using up other items that we have a better chance of getting others. So on to Hunter, let's see what he wants to do. He'll move an inch there to the edge, and then he's going to go 3 up behind Sondar. There we go. And then he's going to move another 4, and he's going to get forwards straight on to the edge of the doorway there, I think. And that's Hunter done. And we will go straight on to the next phase, which will be the Purge phase, but there are no Purge able to enter the board quite yet. We're not quite on guarded as of yet, luckily. So it'll be onto the Npc phase. And Haori will act as normal, so and they're all similar rank. In fact, actually, Thoman's technically higher rank here, so I suppose he can go first. So let's see what Thoman does over here, and he gets, I believe. Okay, so I have checked this. It is just the trading, but he's nowhere near close enough to move towards a trader or in line of sight of one to be able to go move in and trade with me, so he just moves in the direction of the arrow, which originally before I moved it was that way. So he's just going to move straight up into the corner there and hide by the console. Fantastic. And then we go on to, technically Pi is rank 2, so we might as well do him next over on the left hand side. And once again for Pi, he's got no trader near him, and he has to move in the general direction right. So he's going to come all the way pretty much to the doorway there. And that's him done. And so what'll happen next? Let's have a little look. And Pi is not a trader, so it won't change Haori's effect at the moment, so she will still act as a normal civilian, undercover if you like. So she will now roll a dice, we'll see what she gets. And she gets the move into cover from the nearest visible enemy, but once again there's no nearest visible enemy, so she'll just move downwards with the arrow, which is kind of annoying for me because she's moving away from me now. But there we go, there she goes, straight down the flank. And then it is, I believe, that's the first round done. So we'll be going straight here on to round 2. Hostility tracker, we add another peg, and it goes straight into guarded now. So now there's a chance we're going to possibly get some harvesters coming in now. And what I'll do is draw a new event card. Will it do something this round? It's another NPC card. Day-to-day business, relax to guarded, out for a stroll, scatter all unengaged civilians. Ooh. Okay then, so what this means is that all 3 unengaged civilians, because they all are unengaged, will all have to scatter, which means we roll the chance die for each one and they move the number shown on the dice in the direction shown on the dice. So we'll start with highest rank again, so let's go with Thorman. And he's coming downwards again 2 inches, so he's kind of coming back the way he almost came. So he's coming back around to the edge of the bed there. No big change really for him. Let's go with Pi over on the far side, who's going upwards 2 inches, and then he stops when you scatter as far as you can go. Haori, hopefully she's going to come back in my direction. And she does actually. Wow, 6 inches. That's probably helped me quite a bit. So she's actually going all the way up to the wall there, almost running into some cover. She's acting very suspiciously, this Haori, so kind of goes with the mission. I believe the trader phase and Sondar or Hunter to go. Okay then, so Hunter is technically in the doorway. So what I'm going to do, he's got more than enough movement to just shuffle 4 around the corner there. And then, to be honest, what he might actually do, he'll use his inch to just shuffle around further there, his effortless action. And then he will empty this crate, so let's have a little look inside. For his second action, he will search the crate. Ooh, we got a interesting looking pistol. We got a second very interesting looking pistol, and it looks there like we have a 2 shield belt, so that's interesting as well. Worth a decent bit as well. No close assault weapons yet though, which is a bit disappointing. But it's interesting that I might have to switch. Do I switch out his armor for that? That's a question. The only problem with the phase shields instead is that once they're beaten, they go down for the battle. So it's debatable, that one, whether I should do that or not. It's still worth 3 if I sell it, which isn't bad. These pistols are worth way more though. So the machine pistol's worth 6. But the machine pistol itself is a really good weapon, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do here, I think, with Hunter, see whether he wants to grab these or not. Okay, so what I've done up here is I've picked up the pistol that's worth 5 UA. It's like a pulse pistol with the blast icon on it. It's like a charge, the one where you can overload the pistol or weapon itself to fire. I prefer his ranged weapon right now, especially for this mission, for going after hunting down Haori. But the machine pistol and the shield belt, custom shield belt, I'm going to drop and leave there in the crate, ready for possibly Sondar to pick up. I think, to be honest, Sondar's going to pop along there in a moment and pick up the machine pistol and swap it for his current pistol, because I think it might be slightly better, but I'll check that in a moment. Okay then, so on to Sondar. And the first thing that I'm actually going to do, because I think it could be really handy to be honest, and that is I'm going to use his level 1 skill Regulate. You can jam enemy sensors to remove a peg from the hostility tracker, to remove and come out of guarded, which means now that they will not be able to bring in any purge this round again, and Sondar has saved the day. He's redeeming himself already, so we're down a peg, but I'm also down a skill peg there for Sondar, which kind of sucks, but I think that was a really good spend, definitely, and it's going to slow down the purge coming in a bit. Some moves forward, I think, and we're going to go 4, then 4, I reckon, and we'll get ourselves just, so 6 gets me to the corner roughly there, 6 or 7, there we go, and then we get to go another couple just around the corner. But what I'm going to do is just make sure that I'm not within short range of Haori, and I'm nowhere near yet, so that's good. Just want to make sure I'm outside a line of sight of her, so she doesn't start freaking out that we're coming after her and she doesn't realise what's going on. I'll have to come back for that machine pistol later for Sondar. It's not too worried right now. I'd rather focus on the mission. But that's nice. We slowed down the purge. That's my activation done there, I believe. So it is going to be on to the Purge phase, which we stopped them coming in again this round, which is brilliant. We won't be able to do that next round, but certainly we've kind of helped it happen right now. The Npc phase, and it's going to be down here with Thurman. And let's have a look, see what he does on the chance die. He is going to be moving because there's nobody really within range there. Okay, so that is Join Trader's crew, but unfortunately Thurman is just outside of short range, but he is in line of sight of Hunter, just not quite there within range. So it's going to just be the movement from Thurman, and he moves forward towards the wall, so he'll come down this way a bit here, and that'll be him done. And then we'll roll to see what Pi does on the left hand side. And he will be the same, would join a crew, but instead is going to move forward down towards that box there. And there we go, just a simple 4-inch move. We'll bring him down alongside the box. There he goes. And then it'll be Haori last. Once again, she's still not turned into an AI yet. She's still herself. And yeah, she can't see anybody to shoot at them, so it's just going to be 2 inches down that way, and that'll be her done. Okay, so things are going surprisingly well so far this mission. So what we'll do is go on to the next round, and now that all the NPCs have been, we put that peg straight back in there ready for this round, and we draw another event card. So let's flip, see what we get. Computer says no, so relax to watch your back, which is we're on in between there. So comms failure, a power surge affects all communications between trader crews. Any characters out of line of sight of their captain are momentarily unsure of their orders and cannot use effortless actions this round. So luckily I've only got one of the crew members so far this mission, same but it will change as we go on through the campaign. So Hunter has to be within line of sight of Sondar to be able to use effortless actions. Okay then, so I'm going to activate first in the trader phase Sondar. He's going to make a simple 4-inch move just to get up into the doorway there. There we go, and then he will have line of sight through the doorway to be able to then shoot at Haori. He's within at least medium range there, I should think. Yeah, definitely. Probably even within short range to use his pistol, which has short and medium range, and it has the 2 bullet icon, which means I can add 2 bullets to the shooting. Or it says up to be fair, but I'm going to add the full 2 because she has 1 shield, and the more dice we've got here, the better chance we have of taking her out. So I need literally 2 hits here to take her down. It's going to be easier to try and take her down than persuade her. And I'd get 2 hits, so it goes through her armor, and it'll take her down. So we'll knock over Haori, and at some point now, albeit in the future, I'll be able to move up to her and then use a full action to actually search the body then to get the intel. First of all, we'll remove the ammo pegs, so I have to remove 3 there for Sondar, because he used up a good bit of ammo rapid fire in his pistol, and then one of those ammo pegs goes straight into the tracker from the first shot fired this round, but you can only ever do a max of 1 per turn, per round, no matter how many people shoot. I do have an effortless action, which I suppose will push myself in an inch forwards there, beyond the wall, and just into some more cover. Onto Hunter, what will he do? We'll have a little think. Okay, Hunter's going to get himself roughly in the middle of these 2 rooms here with these consoles, in case he needs to run for one and get the sort out the computer. So he's going to move 4 inches and then his extra inch for an effortless action in behind the shot counter there, and then he's just going to use 1 action to search the actual room he's in, because there's not much else he needs to be doing right now. He's going to wait for Sondar to grab that intel next round, and then yeah, you can do whatever, but we'll do a search action in the room. Okay, so I've got my bag of goodies. Let's see what we get out for this time. And ooh, that is a close combat weapon, and it's like I think that's like a baton and things, isn't it? Like an energy baton. So we've got 2 for the first one there, and then the you can also throw these for 2 dice as well. Energy baton, yeah, I thought it might be. So that I can also sell at 4 UA after this battle if I wanted to as well. So what I'm actually going to do there for Hunter, I can swap out his common knife, which I gave him at the beginning of this battle, and I'll just put the energy baton in there for now, and I'm quite happy with that. So there we go, a nice little pickup there. And then that gets placed on the ground next to where he is, that combat knife. So there we go, we'll leave it there for him. Then here we'll be on to the Purge Phase, and there is a chance that they can come in now. So I've got to roll 1 Purge dice for Harvesters, and we do get 1 come in. What number? Number 5, which will be over on that far side. Number 4 and number 5 are on that far side over there. So I'll drop in him in front of number 5. Got a Harvester there. Boom. He gets dropped in straight in front of number 5, and he will now activate as well. 4 inches straight up towards Sondar, and gets him straight underneath that other riser there. So there we go. Underneath, looking pretty scary already. I hate these things as soon as they get into action. They really can cause damage from the off, but luckily I do have armor now this game, so I feel slightly safer than I did last game. Last game was a brutal start, but very good. It was a close mission, so hopefully this one will be similar, but I think we'll be slightly safer. Onto the NPC phase, Thorman will go. Obviously Haori's down now, so it'll just be Thorman to go, and he will be, technically the live one doesn't count, so he just, nothing happens for that one, unfortunately. Yeah, he doesn't even make moves apparently with that one, so it's going to be on to Pi. What does he do? He does make a move, and he's not in line of sight either with Sondar within short range, so he won't be joining my crew, but he will be just making a 4-inch move pretty much through the door is what he's doing there, because he has to go around the scenery, so he gets an inch through the doorway, and it might be that he ends up either attacking me or joining me or trying to trade with me next round, because Sondar is going to be right on Haori, so interesting. But we'll go on to round 2, because I believe that is the end of that round again, and we'll be on to adding another hostility peg. So we'll one off the watch your back now, and we need to draw another event card. So here we go. Supply cache, so the first environment card. Relax the guarded. So ammo, you spot a few rounds. Each player may add 2 ammo pegs to a single trader. Wow, well, since I'm obviously the only player playing solo, I'm going to obviously add 2 ammo pegs back to Sondar. That is massively helpful. And there we go, he's just 1 short of a full mag again now, so that was a really nice thing to be able to get to draw really on the event cards deck. So it's going to be on to Trader Phase for about round 3, and I think first thing that needs to happen is definitely Sondar making that 4-inch move up to Haori and her body, and then he's going to make a search action, which is the second action he has to take, unfortunately, to find out where everything is. And now that she is downed and I've searched her, I can find out where it is. So 0 to 5 there. The number 7 objective is the one that we need, so it's not the furthest away one, which I'm happy about. It's not the number 3 there, so it must be on the far side here, and it is. So number 7, mission objective on the far side. So that console over there and that room over there is the one we're looking for, and that is where that purge is very close to actually, so that's not so good. But either way, Hunter's left to activate. In fact, I think what I'll do here as well though with Sondar, because he's looking a bit like he might be out way. Okay, so what I'll do, I think, is we'll move him another inch just to get into some cover there around the corner of Haori. There we go. And that's him done, just to get slightly further away from that purge. And now Hunter will activate for a double move of 8, which will get him quite comfortably about an inch beyond the doorway there, ready to go around the corner and destroy that terminal this round. And then that'll be him done as well. Purge phase though, no shots fired this round, so we're still on guarded. And we'll roll the purge dice though here, see if we get any more harvesters come in. No harvesters this round, so no more coming in. And then we'll go on to the NPC phase. Thoman to go, see what he does. Okay, number 3. Move into cover from the nearest visible enemy, which there is no nearest visible enemy to him, so he's just going to move in the direction of the dice, which is actually down through this doorway for 4. So he'll be moving, he's moving towards my ship. There we go, Thoman coming down through the doorway. And then it's on to Pi on the far side, see what he does. And it's attack, oh dear, and he is within line of sight of Sondar, So he will be shooting probably at Sondar here, and that is going to be one shot for him. So let's sort that out. Into Sondar. I do have armor, but he misses anyway. He gets a blank. So Pi literally just shooting at me, and that's him done. He actually does just move as well in the direction of the dice after he shoots, which was in fact that direction. And my apologies, one thing I had forgotten to do there is move the Purge first. He would have moved straight towards Sondar since you can see him, and he would move up to that corner there. So technically Pi would actually, he's not within 4 anyway, so he would have shot at Sondar, but then what he would have done is he wouldn't have actually moved towards the robot there. He would have just stayed put because they don't run within 4 of them. And we will go on to the 4th battle round and add another peg to the tracker. Things are getting into the watch your back phase. This is where things get a bit tougher, so it's probably a good job that we're starting to move away now. Okay, so the tracker's been added. Now we've got to draw another event card for this round. Rising Tension, and the first Purge card that we've drawn, never good, or sometimes it can be, but Relax to Watch Your Back, which is what we're on Watch Your Back currently. Place 2 harvesters at the nearest entry point to a trader. In addition, all harvesters gain an extra action this round. Oh, I hate this card. This is the card I got at the very first card last mission, to be fair, and there are only 4 Purge cards in the deck this game, so to be fair, that was coming, wasn't it? But we'll have to figure out where the closest point to the closest trader is right now. Right then, so the closest entry point was number 5 again, actually, where the last harvester came from, because there we go, Hunter is literally within short range of that point, so it was close. This one's at about medium range, but definitely it's got to be the one there that's closest. So two more have spawned there. Things are really heating up already now. To Trader Phase for round 4. Okay then, so straight away here, first thing I'm going to do is obviously activate Hunter, and he's going to shoot at that terminal, that console, to be able to try and destroy it. We only have to hit it with 1 hit, essentially. So I already have 2 dice actually here, but I am going to use 3 pegs to make sure that I do this, just because I'm worried that if I don't do it with 1 action, I don't get a move away. So one of those pegs will go straight into the hostility tracker for the first shot fired this round. The noise brings more attention to the Purge. And then my weapon for him is short and medium, 2 dice on both, but I'm spending 3 because I have that bullet icon to be able to use an extra dice if I need to. And I get 3 dice, need at least 1 hit, and then the console blows up. And I get 2 hits, but not more than 1 misfire, so that's good. And so the terminal will blow up, and the mission objective is mine. So there we go, blew up the terminal, and onwards we go now to victory. Hopefully I get back towards the ship because these Purge are coming in fast. Okay then, so looking good. And then Hunter, for the second action, will just make a simple move through the door, and then an extra inch actually will get him just around the corner there. It's quite nice, just into there. Nicely done. So Sondar's going to be sneaky actually. He's going to go 4 and then an extra inch to just get around the side of this box, and then he's going to search it because no one's really within dangerous range of him right now, but they could be if they come in. So there we go, a crate. Let's see what loot we get. Emptying that, 3 items. We've got some ammo there, D6 ammo. We've got a ranged RE pistol, and a standard knife. So not the best find, but ooh, that's not bad. Target laser, in fact. Okay, so ranged RE roll, and then we've got it's worth a good 5 UA there, so he'll definitely be picking that up for some, without a doubt, some good worth in there. So then nothing else there though, unfortunately, is really worth anything, so I reckon we'll probably leave that where it is, I think, and we'll go on to the next phase, which will be the Purge, and he'll leave the rest of that in there. But yeah, he's picked up that laser to sell off after the game, hopefully. Okay, so the dangerous part now, we're in the watch your back phase. Sorry, yeah, the hostility tracker for the Purge, which means we have to roll for harvesters and for devastators now. So we'll roll for the harvesters. So actually, sorry, we'll do the devastators first because they're higher rank. We get 1 devastator in. Where does he deploy is the big part here. Number 4, and number 4, thank goodness, is right down at the back there again next to number 5. So devastator will come in and drop, boom, right there next to his harvester friends, but he will also get an extra action this round, so all Devastators will get 3 actions this round, which is just him obviously this round, but yeah, nasty stuff. And Devastators all have to use the same action as well, so it's just going to be 3 moves for him, but he's going to be getting right onto me there. That is not so good for Hunter at least. Seeing if we get any Harvesters in, so let's roll for Harvesters. We've already got 3 in, so we can only get 2 more in, and that's a blank luckily, so no more Harvesters coming in this round, but everything else that's there is going to activate now and get, all the Harvesters get 2 actions and all the Devastators get 3, and the Devastator is higher rank, so he will move twice, and twice moving gets him an inch through the doorway at the very least, and then he has another 4-inch move which will take him into a Hunter there. So into base contact with Hunter, that is not good, trapping in Hunter already. Okay, so I knew I upgraded Hunter to have this kind of thing for a reason. He evades really well, so one of the points I upgraded him with last game was the orange fist with the line through it, which is evade, and evade level 1 is a reaction, so whenever an enemy makes a move action to get into base contact of Hunter, he can spend a point, so he will use that only skill peg he's got for this round to then make a move action to get away, and they don't get any attacks of opportunity against me, so really glad that I remembered that. He gets a 4-inch move away, which means he'll also get to move away from that other double move from the other Purge coming in from the left. Okay, so ironically the closest target for this Harvester is actually the NPC Pi there, so he will be moving towards him, and he has 2 actions, remember, so 4 is enough to get him in and attack, and then he's got another action left, so he gets a free attack after the move. So boom, here we go, 2 attacks. Oh, he gets 2 hits, and that I believe will take down Pi. He only has 1 shield. Down goes Pi. And then what I'll do is I'll remove the body there as well for both of those. So they're down, and then an extra action for the Harvester, which will just be a normal move, because that was a free attack being a Harvester. And yeah, drop him down underneath there, the risers there. And then it is just onto the other 2 Harvesters there, which will double move 8 and get themselves through the doorway more or less. So 5 gets both of them up towards the edge. Let me just move those both to the edge there of the door. There we go. And then another 3 inches for both of them. We'll get them both through the doorway, just up behind the Devastator there, really. And there we go, that is the Harvesters done there. So it's going to just be the NPCs. And Thurman's the only one left running away in this direction. And he can see Sondar through the doors there, so we're going to have to wait and see what he chooses to do. He might end up joining my crew, so let's just roll here to see what we get on his chance die. And he just gets movement, which he will move 4 inches down this way towards the edge of the map. So at least Thoman won't be killed this battle by the Purge, probably by the time I get back to my ship. We'll have to wait and see. So we'll go on to the next round. It's looking like we're going to get back to the ship nice and safe this game. It was kind of a hit and run, that one. It's worked slightly more in our favour. And as much as I could do some more searching for different bits, it's just really not probably worth it right now for how much we've got on our hands. So we'll make some moves forward here, but we're going to add another peg to the hostility tracker. There we go, so about halfway through, up through the Watch Your Back stage now. And then what we'll do is draw another event card for this round. So here we go. They are everywhere, so environment now. Relax to Purge, so it's all the same. Swarm, you've noticed there, them here and there. Small insects clustered on pipes and conduits, probably attracted by the residual energy. They were no bother at first, but now they seem to consider you a threat, and they attack. Although not lethal, they are a nuisance and have a poisonous bite. All non-Purge characters lose 1 action this round and cannot make effortless actions. Unless they have a skill statistic of 3 or higher. These characters only lose the ability to make effortless actions. Ooh, so I'm only going to have 1 action then with Sondar and Hunter this round, but we're already running ahead of everything more or less, so the only thing that might get a chance to do something at me now this round is going to be that Devastator. So what I'll have to do, we'll activate the traders then for Trader Phase. Sondar will make his 4-inch move and only action for this round, just through the other side of the door, and he's already can see the ship in line of sight. Hunter will have to do the same, and he will make a 4-inch move and pretty much get in the doorway there as well. So that's going to be him done as well. Okay then, so that is going to be it for me and their actions. They literally can't do much else here, so which is unfortunate, but it's going to be onto the Purge. Let's see if anything else comes in this round. The Devastators, they do get one more in because I've already got one on the board, so the 2 doesn't matter. So I'll roll to see where they come in. He comes in, number 3, and number 3 is over that side, so I've looked out again there really. Devastators could really cause me trouble on my side of the board this round, so he appears over there. Harvesters, I believe we can get 1 or 2 more in, and we do get 1 more in, and he's going to show up at number 4, which is once again down at the back there. That's where the Purge seem to have docked this game, is over that side of the map. So off he goes over that side. Okay, so only the normal number of actions for the Purge this round. The insects coming from the pipes and things don't affect them. It's only non-Purge characters. So up moves the actually we do the Devastator first, and he does technically have line of sight of Hunter. There was nothing I could do really about that. If I'd put him into the corner to keep him out of line of sight, he would have double moved and trapped me in, so I'd rather he would just had shots at me, and hopefully I'll be okay. 3 shots, sorry, I forget now how good they are. This could hurt, to be fair. So can he get any hits? He gets 1 hit, but my armor absorbs it, so good so far. Another 3 shots and only 1 more hit, so once again my armor will absorb it because it's not a shield, it's armor. So wow, Hunter is absolutely perfectly fine there, and it's just going to be onto the Harvesters, who will all make their 4-inch moves. So we'll do the Harvester here, 4 inches to get just beyond that box, and then these 2 up here are going to be moving 4 as well, just to get forward. So yeah, I'll be right on the corner there for those 2. So they're chasing me back to the ship, but hopefully I should get there just okay. I'm picturing kind of like 80s chase music playing now. That's kind of what this kind of scene is. But we'll go here on to the Npc phase. Oh, actually, sorry, we have another 4-inch move for this Harvester at the back, who will just push 4 forwards there as well. And there he goes, just in below. And then it is just throw him in the Npc, who I don't believe has any actions, because they only usually have 1 action, random action on the chance die, and everybody has 1 less action this round. So not to be for him, unfortunately. He's going to have to stay where he is. The NPC, and so I think that is just on to the next round, and we'll add another hostility peg. So we're just creeping up in that watch your back kind of phase at the moment of the Purge entering, and obviously, like I said, they are entering the map at some pace now, but I've been quite lucky this mission really as to where they've come in at, and the cards have been falling fairly well for me. So on to the next event card, Intelligence. So relax to watch your back, heads up. Each player takes an event card. They should read their cards and then return them to the deck in the same order. Players can decide whether to reveal or keep classified what they have learned. So we'll be able to look at the next event card. It's not really going to matter because I can enter the ship now this round if I really want to anyway. So Favour the Brave, it would be the next card. So it would be watch your back. Take point. Each player may make an immediate move action with 1 trader. So would have just helped me get off the map if anything, to be honest. But I get to have a look at it and put it back, being a solo player. So it's not much change for me. But it's nice to know what would have come anyway. Clearly the mission has favoured me today, but on to the trader phase, and quite simply I think both my characters are going to be able to double move and get in the ship here, and perfect 8-inch move and an extra inch if he needs it will get Hunter straight back onto the ship, and then Sondar's easily going to move 8 there to get onto the ship as well. And what a successful nice shorter mission today for the second mission, and like I said, I'm doing these every couple of days, so it's quite nice that we get in one that slightly goes more our way. And like I said, so we'll go through the post phase here and level up, etc., and sell these items, and I get 7 UA reward for this mission due to destroying the console. And we did pick up those energy batons, which are a close assault weapon this game as well for the secondary objective. So if I wanted to sell those, I can sell them for the higher price point if I really want to. Okay then, so straight into the post phase. and kind of like the assessment and things like that after the battle. We managed to get the mission objective for 7 UA, and we already had 3 in the bank, so that took us up to 10. The energy baton, I claimed this mission and I'm going to sell off, which I can sell at the higher price of 4 rather than 2, because a local crime group are fighting up in arms, and so they're looking for close assault weapons, and they'll pay more for them. So secondary objective, that mission allows me to do that. That put me up to 11 UA plus 11 UA, which took me to 14 in total. 5 for that. The energy pistol I'm going to get rid of. It's on to 19. The target laser gives me another 5, that's 24. And the combat vest I've sold off that was on Hunter takes me up again by 3. Because I then went to visit the Geiger's Emporium shop, as well as the general store, because you're allowed to always do that. And Geiger's Emporium is where you can buy stuff that's at a much higher price, and therefore I'm going to buy the I decided to buy the combat jacket for Hunter, so that I don't have to give him a knife, because he has a big weapon taking up his tray. So anything that's worth 10 UA or more you can buy from Geiger's Emporium. So the combat jacket for Hunter means that he gets 1 shield still, armor, but he also gets 1 fist, so I don't have to give him a weapon. He just has a hardy suit that he can smack people with, jacket. So that's been put on him. That took 2 UA off of me, but I still, so that kind of almost cancels out the 2 5 UA items there. And then I'm left with a 3, a 4 because of the energy baton, so that's 7, and another 7 for 14 from the mission objective. So plus 14, plus 3 for my assets already would take me to 17 UA, and that is my current monetary value anyway for the ship and so on. Okay then, so a chance die to be rolled for the degradation phase for the ship. See what happens. Number 1, and number 1 on the table is roll twice more on this table and apply both results, re-rolling further results of a 1. Oh dear, that's not good. Okay, so we roll 1, which is number 2, and that is propulsion reduces by 1. So propulsion here, I'll reduce by 1, and then we re-roll the dice again because we rolled a 1 earlier. And number 4 is supplies reduces by 1 as well. So I'll just reduce both of those, and then we'll figure out whether I want to spend any money on repairs, etc. to the ship. Right then, so both supplies and propulsion went down 1, but then and that took them both down to 2, but I repaired both of them for 4 UA. So for each section on the ship you can repair for 1 dot, for 2 UA for each one. So I repaired those 2, which was 4 UA currency, and then what I did is added 1 to each row, since I got quite a bit of cash this mission. So I made the most of adding 1 to each row, because once these are all full I can then move on to upgrading the ship with the different things, because it's no longer degraded. So I mean, it will still degrade every mission, after every mission, but once it's full and I keep it full, I can start to upgrade the ship. So because you start off as a rookie with a bad ship, so it's in a bit of disrepair, so it's pretty cool. So a 1 off each section there to repairing the Cygnus and getting it back to full power and capability, and that takes me down to 5 UA, because that costed 12 UA in total to repair and all of that there to add on those dots. So I'll go down to 5 UA, and that is pretty much it there for the ship repair. So the Cygnus is getting close. My characters as well, by the way, have both gone up a career point. None of them have quite leveled up yet, but next mission, Hunter, if he survives the mission, will level up, because if you complete a whole row of dots there for your career points, you level up and then you go on to the next row. And once he levels up, he goes up by 1 skill point in health, I think, I want to say. So I'll have to check that next time when we do level him up. Sondar missed the first mission, so he's going to take a couple more missions to level up. But obviously those are the weapons they've got. Hunter's got that nice new combat jacket. What I'm going to have to do as well is just add another circle on one of these, so I need to give them another skill power. I need to tick 1 more dot off on them anywhere that I want to improve them. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab out the 2 different crew members, like I said from the beginning in the intro, etc., that you can choose between. Up in the poll, if you go up onto the information icon on the top right, you can vote, give your vote for which crew member you want me to have a chance of saving in the next mission to join the crew. But you can choose between the 2. I'll set them up now and you can have a vote. Okay then, so here you go, the 2 traders, new traders entering the game that you can choose from in this poll up in the top right hand corner. place your vote. I'd love to see what people go for. So on the left hand side here we have Cheat. He is a species. The Cheat are much sought after by traders as jacks of all trades. Bootstrapped into space by neighbouring species, the Cheat soon established themselves as reliable, trustworthy and quick learners. The Cheat has been on the crew of several trader ships in the last few years. Benign but large enough to intimidate troublemakers, Cheat is nonetheless highly intelligent and enjoys the life of a trader, making no plans beyond the next few days. He lives life in the moment, never afraid to try something new. So interesting there. There's a bit more info on him if you want to have a look online, but he's pretty awesome. He's definitely the beater of the crew, but also, like it says, pretty intelligent. So he'll be more like a soldier, to be honest, on the front. Pretty combat-esque. But then on the right hand side here, equally as awesome, that can join the Cygnus crew, because technically these are part of the Cygnus crew box set, but they haven't yet joined back to the crew. So she's human, but she's augmented. It's almost like psychic, if you like, so kind of troubled. Satine is an example of how power and privilege can corrupt. As a child, she was spoilt, devious and manipulative, and she has become more so with adulthood. She uses guile, seduction and outright threats to get what she wants, and is a ferocious and necessarily cruel fighter. Her augmentations have thrown the darker elements of her character into a terrible sharp relief. Although not without compassion, she secretly considers all life but her own as trivial. She is estranged from her twin brother, Oberon Tilak, both of whom are considered black sheep of a once proud family. Her machinations have resulted in her expulsion from her house, the confederacy aligned to the Tilak dynasty. Eventually, her actions will drive her out of the world of the traders and into the arms of a criminal gang, where she will rise quickly to the top. So, wow, a bit more of a darker character compared to Cheat, for example, but could bring some pretty cool things to the crew, without a doubt. And there will be things every mission I'm hoping to give you guys a vote up in the poll as to whether you want to choose like this between two characters, or you want to choose on I'm going to give you the option to make a choice on between a few decisions that I have to make in the campaign, and you guys will get to make a call on that and add your own input onto the campaign. So I'm really looking forward to you guys getting involved in this. Is it going to be Cheat or is it going to be Satien? Who is your favourite and who would you like to see added to the crew? Both will join the crew eventually, but this one will be the next mission coming up. So get your vote in as soon as you can, and until next time guys, happy skirmishing. Hey there skirmishers, hope you enjoyed watching that video. If you did, please do throw a like on the video down below and leave us some comments. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. You can hit the SMG icon left hand side of the screen. Otherwise, you can sign up to Patreon and access our extra videos and battle reports, etc. That will also help fund our terrain, new models, and the time that we put into the channel. And hopefully one day we can keep pushing to make more and more videos for you guys to be entertained by. Otherwise, really hope you enjoyed this. Have a good day and happy skirmishing.